Tonight's big story, prosecutors reveal new evidence as the man charged with kidnapping Carrie Allen faces a judge for the first time.
They found what looked to be apparent bullet holes in the bedroom door and wall that were all covered up with a gray-brown compound.
A murder suspect's wife goes to jail. Troopers think she helped her husband and got rid of evidence. Farmers are dealing with snow drifts nearly a foot high to our west tonight, but for some ranchers, that might actually be a good thing.
I think that's kind of the biggest thing, and you always have to find a positive edge to it somehow, because otherwise you probably just go say cry.
We'll finally see the sun again this weekend, but I've got more snow chances and dangerous cold ahead in my forecast.
Live from 7 Burlington Station, this is Omaha's news leader, KETV Newswatch 7 at 10.
Prosecutors believe he lied about where he was the night an Omaha woman vanished. Now, Aldrich Scott faces a kidnapping charge that could put him in prison for life. Good evening. I'm Quinicia Fraser. There's still no sign of Carrie Allen. It's been nearly a month since she was last seen near 168th and Blondo. Investigators search locations around Douglas County, including the landfill. Law enforcement also carried out a warrant at Scott's home in Topeka, Kansas. This is video of that search last month. Authorities say Scott escaped to Central America. He was captured in Belize about a week and a half ago. He was then brought to Houston, Texas, until he was extradited back to Omaha last night. We have the only camera there as deputies touched down with Scott at Epley Airfield. And we were in the courtroom today as he faced a judge for the first time. KETV Newswatch 7's Cal Larson is live as prosecutors reveal new evidence.
Prosecutors say deputies found apparent bullet holes that had been patched over in Carrie Allen's home. It's unclear how long those had been there, but prosecutors say investigators also found a handgun in Scott's car.
Charged with kidnapping. It's a Class 1A felony that carries a penalty up to life in prison.
A Douglas County judge reads off the charges against 47-year-old Aldrich Scott.
Do you understand these charges and these potential penalties?
Yes, sir. Scott's charged with kidnapping Carrie Allen, who vanished nearly a month ago in West Omaha. Prosecutors used Friday to lay out the evidence.
Deputies made contact with the defendant who lied and stated that he was in Topeka, Kansas all weekend and that he and the victim were still dating.
According to prosecutors, Scott was here in Omaha that night. They say he was at the Good Life bar near 168th and Pacific, so was Allen. They say cell phone tower data shows he left at 10:30 p.m. and drove toward Allen's home.
According to a friend of the victim had broken up with the defendant 2 weeks prior, but continued to text and show up unannounced.
Security cameras caught images of a person matching Scott's description walking toward Allen's home. She was reported missing the next day. Somehow, Scott made it out of the country, where he was captured in Belize.
The defendant has made admissions to others about the victim's status.
The court wasted no time, putting Scott in front of a judge following his extradition back to Omaha Thursday night. Douglas County Attorney Don Klein says now that Scott is back, the focus shifts back to finding Carrie.
The most important thing now is finding our victim.
Scott is in jail on $10 million bond. He goes back to court January 30th. Again, the kidnapping charge could send him to prison for life if he's convicted. Quinicia, back to you.
Cal, thank you. Monday will mark 1 month since Carrie Allen disappeared. Allen has blonde hair, hazel eyes. She's about 5'8", 130 pounds. If you know anything about her disappearance, call the sheriff's office. That's 402-444-6000. There's been a key development in a quadruple murder in Laurel, Nebraska. The state patrol arrests the suspect's wife. Troopers booked 43-year-old Carrie Jones for first-degree homicide, tampering with evidence, and accessory to a felony. Her husband, Jason Jones, is charged with murdering a woman who lived nearby, along with a couple and their adult daughter. The victim's homes also caught fire. Jason Jones was badly burned. As we reported in August, search warrants allege Carrie Jones removed her husband's burnt clothing, which authorities could not find. And a witness said they saw Carrie Jones at one of the homes after it exploded. Now, investigators believe Carrie Jones played a role before the killings. A Douglas County judge finds this unlicensed midwife not guilty in a newborn's death. Angela Hawk tried to deliver the baby at the couple's home in 2019. Prosecutors said the child went 10 to 12 minutes without oxygen. Doctors took the baby off life support 2 days later at the hospital. Douglas County Attorney Don Klein says his office filed the right charge.
It's about what happened in this situation and the lack of expertise on the person who was acting as a midwife.
She was well trained and acted courageously. It was a very difficult situation where a lot of confusion.
The baby's mother told police they trusted Hawk's training despite her not being certified as a midwife. The couple has supported her all along. Douglas County reports its first pediatric flu death of the season. The health department will only say that the child is under age 18. The latest data from the CDC shows 30 children have died from the flu in the U.S. this season. Nebraska continues to see some of the highest flu activity in the nation. A typical flu season can last through April. Doctors urge you and your children to get the vaccine. Mickey Joseph will not return to the Husker football program. The University of Nebraska confirms that tonight. This is video of Joseph as he walked out of jail December 1st. He's charged with punching and choking his wife. Joseph was on administrative leave at the time with a year left on his contract at Nebraska. The Huskers declined to address any financial questions, saying only that Joseph is no longer part of the football program or an employee of the university. Governor Pete Ricketts declares an emergency in the wake of this week's blizzard. That paves the way for financial assistance in the Panhandle and north central Nebraska. KETV Newswatch 7's Andrew Ozaki talks with some ranchers who are dealing with drifts that are 10 feet high.
My wife and I have owned this ranch for 13 years now, and we have never seen anything like this.
Chadron rancher Tom Ruby says it's not just the snow, which he estimates is about 2 feet deep, but days of strong winds, gusts up to 45 miles an hour.
Those 10 windbreaks are 10 and 12 feet tall, and those drifts are level with the top.
He says they had plenty of warning and were able to move cattle closer into better shelter.
Basically, through this storm, we've just been feeding them double or triple their normal ration, partially because it gets stomped into the snow, and partially because it takes double and triple the energy to stay warm.
Let me just step outside the pickup. You can get a good idea.
Near Alliance, Jacqueline Wilson took us along as she checked her 15,000 acres, trying to make sure her cattle are watered and fed.
It's pretty brutal out right now. I think I've gone past 4 road closed signs today to try to locate cows up here.
She says even with all the extra work and in brutal conditions, she's thankful to finally get some moisture.
These couple days have sucked, but I mean, at the same time, hopefully some good moisture will come from this and maybe pull us out of the drought this spring.
It's been a tough few years for these cattle producers. Disruptions in packing plants during COVID, the drought, inflation, and now this.
I don't know, glutton for punishment or what you want to say, but there's just something about the cattle industry. You don't back down, you don't give up, you don't turn them cattle loose to fend for themselves.
They're grateful no one has gotten stranded or hurt, that the storm didn't happen during calving season, and for the moisture in whatever form.
I think that's kind of the biggest thing, is you always have to find a positive edge to it somehow. Because otherwise you'd probably just go sit and cry.
Andrew Ozaki, KETV, Newswatch 7.
And let's take a live look here in the metro now. We're dealing with the bitter cold and wind tonight. Right now it's 18 degrees and it feels like 1 degree. Meteorologist Sean Everson joins us now. Sean, we're going to feel that throughout the weekend.
Well, you know, this weekend's going to be great compared to what's to come. And if we label tonight as bitter cold, just get ready. Get ready for next week. But right now, I mean, we're in the teens here as we start off our weekend heading into Friday night, teens and 20s. That's just the air temperature. But yeah, that pesky wind, it'll get you. Feels like 1 right now in Omaha, Tacoma, Carroll, 10 in Lincoln, 7 in New York. We still have that northwest wind, between 15 and 25 miles per hour, gusting a little higher than that. So still on the backside of this big old low, spinning those clouds, northwest wind back in, and those bursts of flurries that we saw periodically throughout the entire day. And still this evening, been seeing just a couple of flurries at times, though winding down a little bit more on Super Doppler 7 radar at the moment. So visibility out of our Skycam 72nd and Crown Point looks a lot better. We've actually seen a few more breaks in those clouds, a little more clearing right now. So that wind keeping up, making that feels like temperature hover near zero, and that's going to be the case throughout the night. The wind's really not going to let up. So tomorrow morning, wind chill close to zero. We will get the sunshine back, especially by the afternoon, but it's going to stay fairly frigid. But we've got more snow and the coldest air of the season on the way next week. I'll have more on that coming up. Quincy.
Sean, thank you. We've heard many stories about the influx of migrants at the border. One Omaha couple says a Texas shelter reached out to them saying they were overwhelmed. That led the couple to start a nonprofit giving migrants a safe stop here as they travel to different destinations. All you have to do is look outside Tom and Margaret Horty's home to see the message they hope to send to their Omaha neighbors.
In 2019, Margaret and I volunteered for 2 weeks at a temporary shelter in El Paso, Texas, known as Annunciation House.
The Hortys say it's a shelter that serves migrants seeking asylum.
This year, about 6 or 7 weeks ago, we got a call from the director of the Annunciation House in El Paso, who said that their facility was overwhelmed with people crossing the border.
They decided to answer the call, forming a nonprofit, Omaha Welcomes the Stranger Incorporated.
For us, it's a humanitarian issue.
On December 6th, Tom says the nonprofit housed 39 migrants in an undisclosed shelter.
We provided food, basic health care.
Awaiting to go to other cities across the country, either from Epley Airfield or Omaha's Greyhound bus station.
Some folks would say that they're welcoming immigrants who are legal, but not welcoming to immigrants who are, quote, illegal. That doesn't really apply to this conversation because once you make a claim of asylum, you have the right to be in the United States while your claim's being adjudicated.
For the Hortys and the dozens of members of Omaha Welcomes the Stranger, they don't see this as a task, but a call to help their neighbors who aren't so near.
These are people who deserve human dignity, and they've had these very perilous journeys, journeys that have been long and filled with a lot of danger and great difficulty.
Tom and Margaret hope to do this again next year. If you're interested in donating to their nonprofit, you can send a check to St. Pius X Catholic Church and mark it to Omaha Welcomes the Stranger. Still ahead here at 10, a heartwarming story about a young ballerina. She's dancing her way into the Nutcracker despite her health challenges.
All jewelry up to 50% off at Sal's Jewelry alone.
I got a new feast made with two of my favorite things, pizza and dessert, featuring my new cinnamon roll streusel with a specialty pizza and a one-topping pizza. Order now. Godfather's Pizza. Do it.
Now is the time to buy during the Big Finish at Edwards. Get up to 20% off 2022 models and no payments for 90 days. Shop our Bellevue, Council Bluffs, or Village Point stores for huge discounts on Jeeps like Renegade, Compass, or Gladiator. Even Ram trucks are $7,500 off or just $349 a month. Shop today and drive today in your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram during the Big Finish event.
It pays to make the drive.
To Edwards, Bellevue, Council Bluffs, and Village Point.
Tickets are on sale now for the Hy-Vee IndyCar Race Weekend Concert Series. Saturday, July 22nd, see Carrie Underwood and Kenny Chesney. And Sunday, July 23rd, see Zach Brown Band and Ed Sheeran live in concert. 1 ticket per day gets you into a race and 2 concerts. Tickets on sale now. Don't miss the Hy-Vee IndyCar Race Weekend.
Motley Crue, Def Leppard, the World Tour. With special guest, Alice Cooper. August 13th, Charles Schwab Field, Omaha. Tickets on sale now. Get access to preferred seating with your City card. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Motley Crue, Def Leppard, the World Tour. Portland. Corwin Toyota Bellevue wants to buy your vehicle. That's right. Corwin Toyota will buy out your current vehicle and possibly even put cash in your pocket. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, Corwin Toyota will buy them all. With used vehicle values at record highs, now is the time to sell. Break free from those high vehicle payments and let Corwin Toyota buy your vehicle. Stop by any Corwin Toyota Bellevue for a quick appraisal and take advantage of your vehicle's record high value. CorwinToyotaBellevue.com. See dealer for details.
Saturday on First News.
Temperatures are dipping, but that doesn't mean you can't continue staying active outside. On First News Saturday, we look at how to make the most of outdoor workouts this winter.
Saturday on First News, a more complete way to start your day.
We're back with a dream come true for this 9-year-old girl. She snags a role in the Nutcracker production in Oklahoma City. Kylie Thomas talks with her and the City Ballet about why this role is so special.
I'm excited and a bit nervous.
For as long as 9-year-old Olivia could remember, she always loved ballet. And for this little girl, she dreamed big.
My lifelong dream has been to be in the Nutcracker.
But a year after she put on her ballet slippers, a rare diagnosis would make that dream harder to reach.
It's called Friedreich's ataxia. It affects about 15,000 people nationwide. It's a neurological disease that, starts out affecting their ability to ambulate, walk. About 5 to 6 years after they're diagnosed, they are dependent on a wheelchair or walker at least.
With no cure for the terminal disease, Olivia's mom wanted to make her daughter's dreams come true. So she reached out to the Oklahoma City Ballet.
We couldn't wait to include her in our production.
What was your reaction, Olivia, when your mom told you you were going to be in the Nutcracker?
I cried.
Olivia will grace the stage in a vintage wheelchair every night of the Nutcracker, alongside her fellow ballerinas.
My role is a girl named Marie, sister of Clara. Mostly I just acting, but there is one part where I can dance.
It's so exciting. She's like, Mom, they're trying to make me famous.
The Oklahoma City Ballet created this role just for Olivia, and they say it's hers as long as she wants it.
When it's Olivia's turn to dance, everyone just has their eyes on her. It's really something to see her on stage. It's inspired everyone around her. I was just in awe, For one person, the artistic director, to make that choice to do that, it brought tears to my eyes.
Is it perfect? Is it the way you envisioned it?
Not the way I envisioned it. I thought it would be way smaller, but I'm really grateful.
They really made her dream come true. I love that.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Well, Cornelia, heading into the weekend, the final weekend before Christmas, and we're going to get the sunshine back finally. That's the good news. That's good news. I say enjoy it this weekend because the weather next week, we're going to go on quite the ride. This evening, still some pesky flurries still hanging around, though shutting down a little bit more in the metro. Though seeing a little burst of light snow around David City, Bruno, down toward the Lincoln area right now as they're diving southeast. We've seen the clouds break up a little bit more this evening. Looking out from Methodist Women's Hospital, the view looks great. Does not feel great outside. 18 degrees with the wind, feels like a whopping 1. And the air temperature, at least, didn't really move a whole lot today. We had the northwest wind, the clouds around, so a low 18. That's our current low right now, our current temperature. High today, only managed 24, well below average. But, the feels like temperature didn't make it into the double digits today. And now flirting with 0 in Omaha, Tacoma, Harlan, Carroll, 4 right now. What it feels like in Columbus, Fremont. Sustained winds still 15 to 25 miles per hour, and we'll see gusts up to 30 miles per hour continue overnight. So that's going to keep that wind chill near 0 all night and into the start of Saturday, though. later on in the afternoon. Eventually, we're going to get that sunshine back, but going to be hard to get those wind chills out of the teens tomorrow, as we'll still have a little bit of a breeze. So there's the burst of flakes over Lincoln right now, all on the backside of the same huge area of low pressure that's over the Great Lakes right now. So still winter storm warnings out in New England, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, upstate New York, and still on the backside getting those clouds wrapping back around. But out to the west, a bit more quiet, and eventually we'll get the clearing and more sunshine. So let's walk through Storm Predictor tonight. Clouds around, we'll see temperatures drop in the teens, but again, with the wind, it'll feel like closer to 0. By around noon, we'll see more clearing to the west, those clouds clearing over the metro, so more afternoon sunshine, but temperatures really aren't going to warm up a whole lot, staying low to mid-20s. Lighter winds Saturday night, clear skies, the recipe for those temperatures drop, but again, at least we don't really have the wind. So again, this is the last weekend. If you're trying to shop for Christmas, hey, Sunday, sunshine, 30s, not too bad. I know it's a little chilly, but compared to next week, get ready. We have a lot of impact weather on the way, a chance for snow Monday, and then again Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, and then the coldest air of the season arrives with an Arctic blast. We're talking temperatures below 0, dangerous wind chill. We could be flirting around 30 below 0 with some of those wind chills, so get ready for that as we start winter. There's the impact weather with the snow Monday. Tuesday, it's cold. Wednesday, snow. Thursday, highs maybe close to 0, lows well below 0, and again, we could have some of those wind chills right now. It looks like 30 below 0, so very dangerous cold on the way to start winter next week. So sunshine and 30s, not going to feel too bad.
Enjoy the balmy weather. All right, Sean, thank you. Well, Matt's here. Matt, another tough loss for Creighton.
Yeah, the Blue Jays are down bad. Creighton falls to 500 on the year after a 6th straight defeat. Plus some added motivation for one Nebraska senior ahead of their showdown with Kansas State. Why Derek Walker is fired up for their clash with the Cats.
Since 1875, Heartland Family Service has provided vital, life-changing programs and services for our community. Heartland Family Service needs your support now more than ever to aid those in our community who are in need. Pledge your support today so everyone can.
There are still too many bad burgers out there. So Arby's is running that Wagyu Steakhouse burger back. Arby's, we have the meat.
Open enrollment for the health insurance marketplace is November 1st through January 15th. To ensure your family is in the right plan for your budget and needs, you must re-enroll for 2023. Or for those with no coverage, it's easy to get started. Just go to howtogetcare.org to find a Navigator enrollment specialist near you. We'll help you navigate the healthcare marketplace, explain coverage options, and answer any questions. Get started at howtogetcare.org.
Name's Ricky DeWitt II, local builder here in Springfield, Nebraska. With Wendy, I have this trust and valued friendship. I know she'll always do what's best for me, so I'm still there.
This weekend, it's Hy-Vee's Big Pop Sale, Friday through Sunday, featuring 6-packs of your favorite Pepsi products, just $1.99. You heard that right, 6-packs for only $1.99. Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Cherry Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Mug Root Beer, Sierra Mist, Orange Crush, and more. This weekend, all just $1.99 a 6-pack. Get your holiday guests their favorite drinks. 6 packs of Pepsi products, only $1.99, and only at Hy-Vee.
The Metro's biggest automotive sale continues at Edwards Kia in Council Bluffs. Now through Saturday, buy or lease any new Kia and we'll include gas for 1 year. Like a new 2023 Kia Sportage lease for just $349 a month with 0 down. Buy a
Boy,
Kia,
they're getting
get gas
desperate
for
to
a
sell
year,
cars
but you
again.
better hurry. It all ends this Saturday. Do not miss the biggest sale in the Metro happening now at Edwards Kia in Council Bluffs.
It's like the Avengers have arrived.
I'm here to have some fun.
The buzziest late show on Hollywood Boulevard. Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Is there anything he won't brag about?
Improving the zoo experience for you and the animals.
We want people to see animals at their best.
How its new CEO is going to make it happen.
Everything that we do to enrich animals is important.
His vision for one of Omaha's biggest attractions, Sunday at 10.
season beginning tonight for Creighton. The Jays closing the door on their non-conference slate and shifting gears to Big East play. But once again, Creighton without star big man Ryan Kalkbrenner against Marquette. The Jays have won the last 4 meetings with the Golden Eagles. Creighton would lead by 6 midway through the first when Baylor Shireman buries the deep 3. Another double-double for the Aurora native. But the offense hard to come by after that. Marquette goes on a 19-2 run. Oso Ighodaro right down Water Street. He led Marquette with 16. Jays down 9 at the break. Frederick King gave the Jays some life out of the locker room. A team-high 16. He added 10 boards as well in his 3rd straight start. But turnovers tell the tale in this one. Season-high 18 of them for the Jays. Stevie Mitchell with the steal and the slam on the other end puts Marquette up 10. The Jays just look lost out there. Another turnover, and the Golden Eagles cash in with Cam Jones. The acrobatic finish for 2 of his 9. It's a 6th straight loss for the Jays as they fall at Marquette, 69-58. Husker Hoops returns to action on Saturday. Nebraska coming off that overtime loss to Purdue 1 week ago. The Huskers headed to Kansas City tomorrow to take on K-State, a homecoming game for senior Derek Walker. And to put things lightly, the Kansas City native is fired up to play against one of the local teams that passed on him when he was in high school.
K-State didn't recruit me, Mizzou didn't recruit me, Kansas didn't recruit me. So it was bittersweet. If I ever get a chance to play those teams, I want to kill them. So just because he didn't recruit me, you know.
Watch out, K-State. Huskers and Cats get things started Saturday at 6 on ESPN+. Out to Papio South for some high school hoops. Titans taking on Gretna. 2nd quarter, Landon Pekorski on the cut and pivots right back for the bucket inside for Gretna. Later in the second, Papio South's Jaden Herrera left open in the corner. He makes the Dragons pay from 3. But Gretna can hit from distance too. The kick out to Derek Deerking. Crown him. Deerking drills the tray, and the Dragons stay undefeated with a 64-42 win. Over at Gross Catholic, Platteview battling Blair in the Cougar Classic. Picking up 3rd quarter, Ezra Stewart swishes the corner tray. 3 of his 12 points on the night for Platteview. Blair responds, though. The Bears go on a 12-3 run to get within 4. Ben Holcomb caps it off with the bucket inside, and he is fired up. But the Trojans have Connor Milliken, and the Bears don't. Hoop in the harm for the senior. He had 14 and 8. Trojans win a close one, 53-51. Matt Rule landing another commit to his 2023 class, and he didn't have to go far to find him. Westside kicker Tristan Alvano committing to the Cornhuskers on Friday. Alvano set a state record with 16 field goals earlier this year, including a 45-yarder to win the Class A state title. Switching to football, Union Omaha is looking for a new coach. The club announcing that head coach Jay Mims is resigning after 3 seasons in Omaha. Mims led the Owls to a league title in 2021 and guided Los Bujos to the quarterfinals in this year's U.S. Open Cup. Also tomorrow night, the NCAA Volleyball Championship.
Yeah.
You got Louisville, you got Texas.
That'll bring a lot.
They've been 2 of the best teams all country. Should be a great match.
I'm sure it will, Matt. Thank you. Meteorologist Sean Everson is back in a minute with a final look at the forecast. First, here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. You're watching KETV News Watch 7 at 10.
Hog Wild is taking orders for the holidays. Quantities are limited.
Welcome to First News and Omaha.
So good to be here, and I can't wait to explore this great city.
Yeah, I don't know, Jackie, you know this, but all 3 of us are actually born and raised here. Great place to grow up and raise a family.
And lots to learn.
There's lots of good stuff to do indoors and outdoors as long as the weather cooperates, of course.
Of course. There's Omaha, but then there's all these surrounding communities.
All with their own identities.
Yeah. And if you go through Dundee, it feels like a little town.
Thank you guys. I cannot wait to explore this great city, and best of all, I get to do it every morning with you guys.
Yeah.
Stock up for the holidays this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee canned green beans, just 39 cents. And Hy-Vee corn, just 39 cents. Get up to 12 cans of Hy-Vee corn or green beans for your holiday recipes. Only 39 cents each, only at Hy-Vee.
Superior Honda of Omaha, the area's true sales leader, has just received a special purchase of pre-owned Hondas. They're in stock now and ready for immediate delivery. Choose from Civic, CRV Hybrids, Accords, plus a great selection of certified Hondas, including Pilots, CRVs, Ridgelines, and Odysseys. And for a limited time, get financing from 0.99% APR. Selection will go fast, so hurry to Superior Honda of Omaha, 4111 South 144th Street. Get the superior deal in just minutes at HondaofOmaha.com.
Wrap up the last of your holiday gift list at NFM. Find something for everyone when you shop the hottest gifts at the lowest prices, all in one store. Don't forget, NFM gift cards make perfect presents. NFM reduced prices on items store-wide, so you'll get the best deals. Plus, get it today with drive-through pickup, and 24-month financing is available. Big selection, big savings at NFM. Join us this weekend for photos with Santa, kids crafts, and more.
Going to the bathroom becoming a pain? Treating an infection faster. That's our priority. Walk into CHI Health Clinic Priority Care 7 days a week. Urgent care at primary care rates. Find a location near you.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright. Come in and choose from a great in-stock selection of vehicles, or simply place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected, even if rates go up before your order comes in. Plus, hundreds of vehicles are arriving daily, just in time for the holidays. Now, choose Flex Buy on a new 2022 Ford F-150 with 1.9% APR for 66 months, only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Get Hy-Vee's best deals of the year this Friday through Sunday. Get bacon for just $1.99. That's Hormel Black Label Bacon, just $1.99. And 10 Hy-Vee brats for just $10. Only $1 each, and only at Hy-Vee.
So for those who remember, where were you in 1975? Our chief engineer was reporting for work at KETV. And today, former colleagues return to renew friendships, to reminisce, and to celebrate the career of Warren Behrens. Warren retired today as KETV's chief engineer after 47 years with the station. Warren's family was here as well, including Ruth, who directs many of our newscasts. Warren has carried us through one change after another over the years, always tackling the next upgrade with enthusiasm and confidence. His work has always made our jobs easier and better, and we will miss his positive presence here in the building. Congratulations, Warren, and thank you. Great guy, like I just said, always so positive, great energy all the time.
Absolutely.
Yes,
we wouldn't be here without Warren.
Absolutely. No.
An incredible career, a legendary career,
Yeah.
pillar of KETV over 5 decades. So congrats, Warren. Thank you so much. This weekend we'll get the sunshine back. It's going to be cold, breezy, but compared to what's to come, not too bad. 30s on Sunday will be great, but the coldest air of the season arrives just in time for winter, along with a chance for snow. So there's still a chance we get a white Christmas. We get that snow.
All right, fingers crossed. First news starts tomorrow at 5 with overnight updates. Jimmy Kimmel Live is next. Good night.
With the right guidance, you can get through this. We can help you
Anybody
out.
else think that guy should have got more than
Sunday
just the
Gun
last 2
Chronicle,
seconds
torn
of the
apart
show?
by war. Ukrainians are fleeing.